Hey, love. Welcome back to IFS Enlightenment Snacks. I'm Shankari, your wild wisdom guide, and I'm really glad you're here. Today, I want to talk about something that sounds simple, but can be profoundly transformative: somatic tracking. In the simplest of terms, it means gently noticing what's happening in your body, sensation by sensation, without rushing to fix it, interpret it, override it, or make it go away. It's the practice of turning toward the body with curiosity, noticing warmth, tightness, buzzing, pressure, numbness, movement, stillness, expansion, contraction. And doing that with enough kindness that your nervous system starts to feel, oh, someone is here with me. Not that someone's trying to control me or someone's trying to make me better. The feeling that the nervous system has is, someone is listening, finally. I first learned the essence of somatic tracking long before I had those exact words for it. During my many years at the Esalen Institute in Big Sur, California, I was immersed in Gestalt practice, especially groups, process work, and the deep living intelligence of the present moment. In Gestalt, we would often slow down and track what was happening right now. A gesture, a breath, a tightening in the chest, a glance away, a sentence that wanted to be spoken, a part of the body that seemed to hold a feeling before the mind knew how to explain it. And over time, I came to trust that the body was not just having random sensations. The body was communicating. The body was telling the truth in its own language. And then, years later, I learned the term somatic tracking more explicitly through a 3-month somatic EMDR training that I began within a month of being hit by a car as a pedestrian. So that experience changed a lot for me, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And around that time, I had a client who was a therapist. And as I shared with her that I had been hit by a car, she asked me if I knew what she specialized in. I said I didn't. She told me that she specialized in speaking in court about people who had been in motor vehicle accidents. And she asked if she could recommend 2 things. And I said yes. And she said, number 1, get a lawyer. And number 2, get some help to process the memories. Try EMDR. And I've been so grateful for both of those recommendations ever since. Those 2 things helped me so much during the 2 years it took for me to move towards almost full recovery. And one of the gifts of that healing process was a deepened respect for the body's way of processing. Because the body does not always heal through insight alone. Sometimes the body needs time. Sometimes it needs protection. Sometimes it needs skilled support. And sometimes it needs us to stop arguing with it long enough to listen. So today's practice is a gentle introduction to somatic tracking. This is not a trauma processing session. This is not a replacement for therapy, EMDR, medical care. It's a short, simple way to begin building a relationship with your body's present moment experience. And as always, please stay within your window of tolerance. That means we're not diving into the deepest, most overwhelming place. We're practicing with something manageable, maybe even neutral, maybe even pleasant, because somatic tracking doesn't have to begin with pain or trauma. It can begin with the feeling of your feet on the floor, the warmth of your hands, the rhythm of your breath, the sense of the chair or bed holding you, So let's try this together. Begin by letting your body arrive. You don't have to sit a certain way. You don't have to look peaceful. You don't have to become a better meditator. Just notice that you're here. And perhaps let your eyes soften, or if it's comfortable, your eyes could close. Or you could look around the room and let your eyes land on something steady, something ordinary, something that reminds your body that you are here now. And bring your attention to one place where your body is making contact with support. Maybe it's your feet on the floor, your seat on the chair, your back against a cushion, your hands resting somewhere. Just choose one place of contact. And instead of thinking about that place, see if you can feel it from the inside. What sensations are there in my hands that are resting? Is there any pressure, warmth, coolness, a tingling, a heaviness, softness, a sense of being held? Maybe there's nothing at all that's really coming to you. Hey, numbness counts. Blankness counts. I don't know counts. Somatic tracking is not about having a dramatic experience. It's about noticing what is actually here. Now, very gently, see if you can describe the sensation without making a story out of it. Not, why am I like this? Or, what does this mean? Or, how do I make it stop? Just simple sensation words. What are you feeling? What are you noticing? What are the sensations? Is it tight, warm, fluttery, heavy, open, dense, soft, buzzing, changing? And you might silently say, there is warmth here. There is pressure here. There's a little buzzing here. And now notice, as you pay attention, does the sensation stay the same? Does it shift? Does it spread? Does it soften? Does it intensify? Is there another part of your body asking for attention? There's no right answer. We're not trying to make the sensation change. We are simply noticing whether it does. And this is one of the most beautiful things about somatic tracking. When the body feels watched with kindness, not monitored with fear, accompanied with curiosity, sometimes the nervous system has a little more room to reorganize, a little more room to exhale, a little more room to complete something that may have been held. Now, let's bring a little IFS, internal family systems flavor to this. As you notice this sensation, you might ask gently, is there a part of me connected to this sensation? And then wait. No pressure. No need to invent an answer. You might sense a protective part, a worried part, a tired part, a young part, or no part at all, just sensation. Whatever comes, see if you can meet it with warmth. You might silently say, I'm here with you. I'm listening. You don't have to change for me to be with you. We can go slowly. And now, if the sensation feels like it wants more space, let your attention widen. Feel the sensation and also feel the support underneath you. Feel the sensation and also hear the sounds where you are. Feel the sensation and also notice the air touching your skin. And this matters because sometimes when we track the body, attention can collapse into one intense place. So we practice widening. Sensation is here and support is here. This part is here and self-energy is here. This body, memory, emotion, or contraction is here, and the present moment is also here. Let your attention move to a place in the body that feels a little more neutral or okay. It doesn't have to feel amazing, just slightly more neutral. Maybe your hands, your feet, your belly, or the feeling of breath moving in and out. And track that for a few moments. What lets this place be neutral? Is it steady, quiet, warm, barely noticeable? Let yourself notice that too, because healing is not only about turning toward what hurts. It is also about helping the nervous system remember what is not hurting right now, what is held, what is ordinary, what is safe enough, what is here. Now, take one more slow moment. Notice your body as a whole. You may have sensations of activation. You may feel parts that are neutral. You may feel supported. And there might be parts of you that are still waiting for more care. See if you can let all of that belong. Nothing has to be exiled. Nothing has to be perfected. Nothing has to be pushed away. You are practicing a kind of inner listening that says, all of this can be here, and I can be here too. Before we close, here's a few reflection questions you might take with you. You can journal with them, take a walk and process with them, or simply let them echo gently in the background of your day. What sensations did I notice most easily? Was there any place in my body that felt neutral, steady, or even slightly pleasant? Did any part of me want to analyze, fix, or rush the practice? What happened when I brought curiosity instead of pressure? What might my body be asking me to listen to without needing me to solve it immediately? Just needs me to listen. And here's a tiny practice invitation for the day. At some point today, just pause for 30 seconds and track one body sensation. Just one. Maybe while you're drinking tea or coffee, you're sitting in your car, you're standing in line, you're lying in bed, or walking outside. And ask, what do I notice in my body right now? Then name it simply. Warmth, pressure, tightness, supported. And then add one gentle phrase. I'm here. That's it. No fixing, no forcing, just listening and letting the sensation know that you're here with it, paying attention. And if your system would love more support, I created a free audio kit called 3 Short Practices to Soothe Your Nervous System. It's a private podcast with 3 gentle somatic and IFS informed practices to help you ground, meet overwhelm with kindness, and gently reset your nervous system. You can find the link in the show notes. And of course, if this kind of work feels like the doorway you've been looking for, deeper support with your parts, your body, your nervous system, and your inner healer, you're welcome to explore working with me through a sacred journey. For now, just notice what's here. Notice what your body may be whispering. And remember, you do not have to force healing. Sometimes healing begins when the body finally feels heard. Thank you for practicing with me. I'm so glad you're here. See you next time.